Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Moyo J, and today with me I have a guest. Hi Esosa.
Hi.
First of all, ah, these past few months have been so hectic, you guys. And I was thinking about the vlog, I was thinking about the channel, and I was like, I haven't done any video in a minute. But at the same time, this kind of thing, I was like, you can't give what you don't have. Because me myself, in that moment, in that period, I was feeling overwhelmed as well with a lot of things I had to do. So I was like, how do I now bring that kind of vibe and come and affect you people? So I was like, okay, I don't know if I really want to shoot anything yet. But I was just thinking about that, and like it was in my mind a little bit at work on one day. And then it just occurred to me, all these things you are saying are like complaints. Do you understand? So I was like, so are you now saying that this is all about how you feel, right? Like
Mhm.
there is nothing in there that is exciting or positive. Like it's just like you're just ranting and ranting. And if I was being honest, there was also like a lot of things that, were not as overwhelming, so to speak. But I couldn't place like how I was feeling. I
Mhm.
just knew that I was beginning to feel like I was just ranting and ranting. So I just left it at that.
Mm.
I was like, yeah, I'll just keep quiet. And then I opened Instagram during my break, and the first thing I see was a Sosa's post. And she made a post on gratitude. And immediately, like I had not even like finished reading the caption, because she made a post, but the message was in the caption. So I
Mm.
had not finished reading it before immediately I saw gratitude. I was like, that is it. That is it. Be grateful. Be grateful. This woman, be grateful. So I reached out to Esosa, and I was like, oh yeah, oh, you go do video with me. Oh. That's how we got here.
Name is Esosa, Idaosa. I'm Moya's friend.
How far now, Esosa? How you doing?
Adeo. Glad to have this discussion with you because it's one that resonates with me personally,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like it affects each and every one of us
Oh
in
yeah.
different spheres of our lives.
Oh
So I'm
yeah.
excited to be doing it. I'm
Thank you,
glad.
my friend. You guys, this is MC Sosa, by the way. Baddest MC in
Oh.
Canada. Just putting that out there in case you need our services at some point or the other.
Yup, yup.
So, Esosa,
Mhm.
this is not going to be like interview, because I
Yeah.
don't really know how to interview somebody. I don't really know. But we're just going to have a conversation here.
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to tell, like, I read the caption, but I wanted to
Mhm.
just like tell people that will like view the vlog and my friends. Because
Mhm.
now my friends, they here, oh, and all my 12 subscribers, I know all of them. People should subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. But for now, I'm talking to all my friends, which is okay. I'm happy with it. So, what was the thing that like made you make that post? Like, what inspired that post? And was it something you thought about, or you just was just a random topic?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, in the last 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
I've been learning about gratitude.
Yeah.
Not just learning about it, learning about the difference between gratitude and being thankful,
Mm-hmm.
as well as learning to practice it and incorporate it into my lifestyle.
Okay.
So on this particular day, I was running late to work.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how we are now, very frantic, and I
Mm-hmm.
was panicking, and I was just at the red lights, just before I get to Ring Road.
Okay.
And next thing, I looked at my shoes. So I have this culture of wearing my shoes from home. I don't know how to wear slippers. Then when you get to your office, you
You
change
change.
to your
Hey,
heels.
premium
I'm
babe.
sorry.
I
I
love
don't
it.
know how to
I
do
love
that.
it.
So I was staring at my feet, like I was just looking down.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing I noticed my blue shoes. That particular shoes was given to me by my friend Anita. It
Okay.
was given to me as a birthday gift, I think in 2021 before I left Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
And I was staring at the shoes. I was like, Esosa, you don't rock this shoe, sha. Like everybody that knows you in Canada will know this shoe. I was just, staring at this shoe.
Yeah.
And for me, it was because this shoe is a mix of classy, perfection, and beautiful. Like it's just a perfect shoe. So I love wearing it.
Oh.
And then it just occurred to me, like, and then I noticed like the patterns of the for the first time.
Yeah.
I noticed the patterns of the
Like the
shoe.
art, the
Yeah,
crafts.
all the
I
designs
feel
on the shoe, and
you.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
whoa! I've worn this shoe like at least 20 times, and I've never noticed that thing.
Mm.
How is it that I've never noticed it? I just know, yeah, it's a very comfy shoe, but I've
Mm.
never really taken my time to notice the details.
Mm.
And as I continue driving, it just felt like something like was taken off my eyes. I
Mhm.
started noticing nature, noticing the sky,
Mm.
noticing cars.
Mm.
I'm like, God, how did you give people so much brain to
Mm.
understand how to make a car?
Yeah.
How did you give people so much sense to know how to make a road? So, like,
Mm.
I started seeing the world differently since
Differently.
that day.
Mhm.
And that was immediately I got to the office, I was
Mhm.
late. Remember, I was late
Mhm.
to work. And instead of me to get to my desk and start working, I
Mhm.
just couldn't. All that mattered to me was Esosa gratitude. You're
Mm.
finally coming to understand the concept of gratitude.
Mm.
And it's not because certain things were not going on in my life. Oh, finally grasp the idea of gratitude. Like
Mm.
being thankful, having a lifestyle of appreciating things around you,
Mhm.
opening your eyes to the positive experience,
Mm.
not just the negative stuff.
Mm.
And for me, that was why I made that post. And
I feel like, especially in today's world, like, and
yeah.
in like, our everyday life, it's so easy because we want things to keep going. We want things to keep moving. Like once we, set to do something, we want it to just go, 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 finish on to the next. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so easy to only see when there's a blockage, like when there's an obstruction.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to see when there's an obstruction, say, oh, this thing is not helping me, move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, for example, you're doing something, there's a 10-step process, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you
Mm-hmm.
have an obstruction on
Mm-hmm.
5, right? And then that obstruction now looks so big that you
Mm.
forget that you just went through five
4.
steps,
Mm-hmm.
four
Yeah.
steps,
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
seamlessly and smoothly. And it,
Mm-hmm.
it just boils down also to what you said about like your shoe, and like how you wear the shoe every day,
Every time.
but you never notice the craft, the art, like you never really appreciated
Nope.
what it
Mm-hmm.
was,
Yeah.
until the day where we say you were now almost like running late and you were about to wear the shoe. But I felt like that was also like your spirit also just prompting you
Yeah.
on like certain things. And she's even better. At least she realized me. I never even realized that it was gratitude that I was missing. I just felt like I was feeling uneasy with like the
Yeah.
ranting. That is what it is when it comes to gratitude, in the sense that like we see all these obstructions, we see it so big.
Exactly. And it overwhelms you such that you can't even think properly. You can't appreciate what you have. You're just focused on the problem.
Just focused on the problem.
And something I found out in life is the more you make gratitude a lifestyle, the more you
Mm-hmm.
practice gratitude.
Yeah.
Trust me, the more you draw more positive
Mm-hmm.
occurrence or stuff to yourself. Like
Mm,
it's
mm,
like the more you put out positive vibes, the more you attract positive experiences or
mm-hmm.
positivity back to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't give the world positive vibes, a lifestyle of gratitude,
Mm-hmm.
trust me, it affects everything and it just clouds your
Oh
judgment. Like
yeah.
it blocks
It,
the way
it
you
it
see
blurs
things.
your, yeah.
Plus, your mind won't even be settled.
I feel like it's also a way that devil or
Yep.
like the enemy tries to like
Mm-hmm.
keeps you in like one spot,
Yeah.
right? The enemy would not let you see that you that did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can do
Mm-hmm.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
will just magnify that
Magnify the
5,
problem.
and then
Exactly.
you feel like, oh, you're stuck, oh this, oh that, oh that.
Mm-hmm.
But if we only are privileged to have that 1 second, or we just take
Yeah.
that 1 second and be like, you know what, this all of these things just worked for me, I'm grateful.
You remember how the Bible says, do not worry about anything, that
Mm-hmm.
even the birds of the air,
Yeah.
the lilies, I feed them, I clothe them. So
Mm-hmm.
why are you worried? It
Mm-hmm.
kind of translates to a lifestyle of gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, gratitude is not the same thing as being thankful. In this
Mm.
process, I've come to learn there are two different things.
Mm.
They are not the same thing. Gratitude is a lifestyle
Okay.
of, regardless of whether you don't feel right, you don't have anything to be thankful for. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, if I'm using Moyo's analogy, let's
Mm-hmm.
imagine you have a 10-step process. Even if you're in number one, you've not made way.
Mm.
You're supposed to still have an attitude of you are supposed to have like a gratitude lifestyle.
Mindset.
So, or a mindset,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Because the whole idea of gratitude is just for you to see the world differently, see
Mm.
things differently, rather than allow your mind be negatively influenced.
Mm-hmm.
Just exposing yourself to the positive things, the good things around you. That's
Mm.
that's like the idea of gratitude.
Mm.
And that's why sometimes, so I have this practice of gratitude journal where every
Okay.
day I just write 3 things I'm grateful for. Trust me, Moyo, sometimes I don't go get anything one won't write. But I force myself. So for example, I could write, oh, I'm thankful that I have a job to go to. I'm thankful that, or I'm grateful that I had food today. I'm grateful that I can even write because I could have been in the hospital not able to write, maybe my hand amputated and stuff. But gratitude just forces you to focus on the positive things around you. And the more you focus on those positive things, the more you allow you open up your mind, you open up yourself to more positive experiences. So gratitude is supposed to be a lifestyle. Thankfulness is, oh, thank you, Anita, you got me this shoe. I
This
love
thing
it.
happened. I'm
Bam. That's where
thankful.
I'm thankful. Bam.
It
That's
stops
where it
there.
ends. But gratitude is more of like a continuous thing, like regardless
It's
of
a
whether things are
mindset.
working. Yes, it's a mindset. I'm grateful, I'm positive. This is something with gratitude, Moyo, is that the more you do it, the better you get at it. I don't want to say the better you get at it because it's not exactly an exercise, but
Yeah, I
the
feel
more
you.
grateful you become, like you become a more grateful person.
Yeah.
And you start seeing
Yeah.
the positive. Before back then, Moyo, when I'm going to work, I'll say, what were they thinking? Why didn't they just do a bridge like this? Like, it's very easy for you to see all the negative things that people that didn't do, or people didn't do, or people are doing, or it just clouds your mind with so much negativity. But when you are grateful, you now tend to appreciate even things you didn't even notice before. You tend to see it, and it now, how they say, out of the mind,
Out
out
of
of
the
the
abundance
abundance
of
of
the
the heart
heart,
comes the
the
mouth
mouth speak.
speaketh.
Yeah.
Exactly. So once you have so much gratitude, it also affects the way you deal with people. You become this positive person, everyone is
Yeah.
attracted to. You have this smile. Even when things are not going on, they'll be like, oh, I just want to talk to Moyo because Moyo has a way of calming me down. It's not that Moyo doesn't have her own challenges, or she says she did see them. But it's just a level of gratitude will just affect her disposition towards people, so that she becomes very positive, she becomes very jovial. Like sometimes I don't even know when I'm smiling. I don't smile, I'm entering my office and they'll be like, see, as, as
Okay.
what? It's because of the amount of gratitude I've pumped
In
myself
your heart.
with, and it has kind of pushed so much, like
Joy from
positive
inside.
joy. Exactly, so much joy, so much positivity, and I can't even help it anymore. Like, you know how they say, when you keep pouring water into a cup, after some time it overflows and you can't stop it. It
It
just
just keeps
pours. So
pouring.
exactly, that's it for me. Like, the joy or the gratitude or whatever it is, the positivity just overpours. I mean, overflows. Sorry, and sometimes I don't even know I'm doing it, but I'm doing it.
Another thing that I noticed is that all of these things that, for example, that the Bible says is not even about God. It's not
No,
like he's
you.
I'm sure God is happy when we are thankful, or when we are grateful, or when we have a heart of gratitude. But it's also about how it would impact your everyday life and make you a
Exactly.
better person, like overall.
Yes. When the funniest thing is, when God created us, He wanted us to be this perfect human, excellent. He didn't want us to be operating at a suboptimal level.
Level.
So, so that was why He put all those principles. The funniest thing is that everything that is put in the Bible, see, whether you're a Christian or you're not a Christian, if you practice those things, trust me, it will work for you. Gratitude is, whether you're a Christian or not a Christian, it's just it's all encompassing.
It is. I agree. And I just feel like that's just so powerful because she said, like, she's entering the office and there's just this overflowing joy. Tell me how, like, they'll be discussing something and like she'll be trying to brainstorm and ideas will not pop more,
It
like,
will.
quickly. Or tell me
It
tell me
will.
how she would, like,
It
tell me
will.
how somebody would like try to change her mood or say something that would, like,
It
maybe
will.
disrupt her flow, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe make her feel a certain way that she would not be able to deliver as she would have delivered. Tell me how it would
Mm-hmm.
affect her
It
when she's already
does.
overflowing on joy. Do you understand? And these are little things, because it may look like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's just little things, but these are little
It's
things
not
that affect us.
though.
You'll be surprised how little things like that kind of overflowing joy can
Mm-hmm.
change so many dynamics, from your job to your interactions with your family to your interactions with your kids to your
Yeah.
marriage. Little things like that. And there's so many like that, but because today we are talking about
That's
gratitude.
something someone told me, that in this life, you are always, see, sales is a constant thing. You're always selling yourself.
Oh
From the
yeah.
way you dress, the way you walk, the way you approach people, the way
Mm,
you smile, the way you talk, you're always selling yourself. And it's your duty to ensure you're putting out a good product and not
mm-hmm.
a bad product. And that's where gratitude
Mm.
comes in.
Mm.
Gratitude helps you put out a good product and
Mm.
not a bad product.
Mm.
And once you put out a
Mm.
good
Mm.
product,
Mm. No, 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 no,
people
no,
just
no, no,
what
no,
you're
no, no.
what you're
You
saying now,
don't,
no, no.
you don't just drop Rema and move on. You gotta repeat. You know, it's watch Korean film when they want to do kissing scene. They'll do 5 angles and do slow mo.
Oh
So you're gonna repeat that. You say
my god.
life. You say life is like
Oh my god.
sales, right? You're always
Yeah,
selling
you're always
something.
selling something from the
Mhm.
way you talk, the way
Mhm.
you dress, the way
Mhm.
you walk, the
Mhm.
way you eat. Like consciously or unconsciously, you're selling something.
Mhm.
So it's our responsibility to always ensure that we're selling a good product and
Not a
not a bad
bad
product.
product. Bam.
So gratitude helps you. It like forces it out of you.
Mm.
It helps you, but it forces like it takes you to
It
that point
forces that good
where
product out of you.
exactly it just forces it. Like subconsciously, you don't even know when you are doing it. It just overwhelms you and overtakes you. And before you know it, you're just putting out a good product. You're
Why
like,
do I feel like
this person is always
clapping as if you're in
smiling. He's
church?
always approachable. He's very jovial. And see, you're not smiling because you know they see something new,
Mm.
but you're just smiling because like the positivity in you has overshadowed the negativity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is it.
And just to say, I mean, it's not to say that there's not times when you don't really feel like it, right? If you know, it is, you know, we are on earth, right? As
Mm-hmm.
for now, we are not yet in heaven with the Father,
Yeah.
right? So things, you know, things happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not to say that you wouldn't feel it. It's not to say that like if you ever feel down or if you then says is wrong or whatever. It's just we are just saying this would help
Exactly.
you put out a good
A
product, you
good
know,
product.
from
Like
the inside.
nobody's expecting you to be perfect. Can't be
Once
perfect.
if you if it's okay to like sometimes feel down, it's okay to
Mm-hmm.
sometimes feel like, oh, I don't like the way this thing is working out, but one thing is that if you are not just thankful but you have a gratitude mindset,
Mm-hmm.
even when you're feeling like this thing is going down, there's that part of you that is also like, but I know that this would still work out, or but I know that even if it doesn't work out, it's for my good, but I
Mm-hmm.
know that God has my back, but I know that
Yeah.
I will still have joy.
It's not like you will not go through tough time, but the idea is because you've pumped up yourself with so much of this
Joy so
positivity,
much.
gratitude, joy, and all that. Even when those tough time comes, it doesn't subdue you.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't
subdue you, it
bring
doesn't
you
hold
down. It
you.
doesn't
You are
drag
in
you.
control.
Yes,
You tell
you're in
that thing, see,
control.
you this mountain, it's
You
me that
cannot
will control
control
you.
you.
It's
You're
me
in
that will
control
tell
of
you
your
how I will let
feelings
you
and your
affect my life.
states and your actions.
So I think
That
I
is
like that
it.
because I think that just kind of wraps it up. It
Yes.
puts you in control.
Yes,
It
it puts
puts
you in
you in control.
control.
And I mean, like Esosa said, it won't be
Yeah.
overnight. I feel like I'm
It
not even
won't be
there.
no.
Having this conversation, like Esosa, it has also like enlightened me so much.
Yeah.
I feel like we can go on and on and on, guys.
Gratitude.
I feel like we
Yeah.
can go on and on, but
Mm-hmm.
just in wrapping up,
Yep.
I, I think it wouldn't be an overnight process. It's not something that would just
Absolutely.
like
Yes, no, yeah.
happen.
It can be.
I feel like it's something that gradually you do
You
something
keep
now,
building it.
you keep in your mind, you keep saying like mindset of gratitude, positive
Positive.
mindset,
Yeah.
joy, and all of
Yeah.
that. And before you know it, you realize that it beams through you.
Yeah.
If
Cause
you are not in control, that is when it would affect other things that don't even concern the matter,
yes.
and things that should not even be brought down because of that matter would come down along with that matter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you are in control, it isolates the
It
issue,
isolates it, just keeps it
keeps
there.
it
This
where it
is
should
the
be. This
stop.
is what's going on. You stay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep on with these
Yeah.
other things. But it's
Mm-hmm.
hard, and it's not.
It's hard,
It's
Joe.
not. Yeah. It's
It's
because
not
even me,
overnight. You get there after
I'm
you
like,
practice
yo,
some.
but I feel like it's very profound, and it's something that will really help if like we can like use it. Even me, like I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to like try to be better and just try to be more in control. Obviously, with the help of the Holy Spirit, and
Yeah.
'cause we are both Christians. We
Yeah.
can only
That's why
give
we
what
keep
we
saying
have. That's
God,
what
Christianity.
we know. That's what we
Yeah,
have
so
to
we
give.
know.
And also like
Yeah.
there's assurances that God has also given us. He has told us that all things work together for
For
good to
good.
them that love God. So it's like this thing is saying
Yeah.
anything that is happening is not happening to me, it's happening for me.
It's
God is
just
working
taking
it
me
for my good.
somewhere. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's taking me somewhere and causing something positive
To have, so these are
my
things
life.
that like you can use in cases where it's not feeling like you can you are having that strength, you're not able to pull through and all of that. These are like verses that you can use to like just support yourself and like just use it as an anchor. But I just know that like the more you have it at the back of your
The more
mind,
you practice it.
unconsciously, you just realize that you are more positive than negative about
Yeah.
most things, and it would just help your life overall. And I just want to also say that, like, it's again, like we said, it's not
Mm-hmm.
easy. I mean, our hearts go out to like everyone like on like is going to watch this vlog. Like, if you
Yeah.
are going through stuff, going through a
It's not
hard time,
easy.
it's not easy. And we just want to like say, I guess, Esosa too,
Mm-hmm.
right? That
Yeah.
like things happen, like life
Things
happens, like
happen.
life
Life
is
happens.
happening, life is
Oh.
happening to
And
like,
it's still happening to all of
oh
us.
yeah, it's still
We're not
happening to all of
perfect.
us.
We're still a work in progress.
Yeah, yeah. So we are
Yeah.
just sending you all our hugs. We are
Mwah.
sending you
And
hugs and
kisses.
kisses. If people can hug us back, because
Oh,
we
okay,
do
I
need the
say,
hug.
oh.
But like we are just passing back
Yeah.
again to you guys, the lights, or what even brought this vlog together. And we just want to share with you guys as well that, like,
Mm-hmm.
God is with you, the spirit of God is with you.
Mm-hmm.
God
Absolutely.
is going to give you that joy. I cannot promise We cannot promise you anything.
We cannot
We cannot promise you
do.
that what you are going through, it will end tomorrow. We don't know
Nope.
that. We don't
I
know that.
don't
God is
know.
almighty. We don't know what his plans are for everybody. He has
Mm-hmm.
plans for everybody differently.
Yeah.
And we cannot say now that, oh yeah, it will end now.
Yeah.
Only God can do that. But what we do know is that the peace that pass
All
all understanding,
understanding. It will
God will
be
give
unto
you
you.
the
Yeah.
strength that you need. Even this lifestyle of gratitude that we have picked today, if you
Mm-hmm.
have thought about it, and this is something I want to practice, something I want to like put in my,
Yeah.
God will like help you, right? The Holy Spirit will help you. The Holy Spirit is
Yeah.
always there. That's
Mm-hmm.
one thing that, let me be going through bad goes, best
He's
goes.
always
He
there to
just
comfort
always
you.
reminds me that he is here,
Hmm.
and in so many
Always
ways.
there, always,
So
always. Never leaves us.
he
Never
never.
leaves us or forsakes us. One more thing.
Yeah.
In addition to what Moyo said, yes, I know everything we've talked about may seem vague or like theory.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just say, if you want to start doing it, get a gratitude journal or a gratitude jar.
Mm.
People do the whole gratitude jar thing, and some people do journal. I do journal because journal works for me. So what I do is, when I come back from work, or it could be, I don't know what works for you, just write 3 things that you're grateful for every day.
Yeah.
Initially it could be a stretch. For the first 1 month you go dey vex as you dey write them, but after a while it becomes part of you.
Mm.
All you're trying to do is to internalize the gratitude
Mm.
process. If you want to do a gratitude jar, every day just drop a paper inside.
Okay.
You write on the paper what you're grateful for that day and put it inside. At the end of maybe 6 months or a year, pour out your jar, just same way we do with your colo box, your money.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
open your jar or break your jar and pour it out, and just read some of those things you were grateful for, and it will shock you. It will shock you what you would have written down, and how
Mm.
things would have changed
Mm.
for how things would have become positive and changed for your good.
Just to like add on to that, so like
Yeah.
so you're saying like things that generally you just like, you won't even think of it as something to be grateful for, it has just passed.
Yep.
But you now going back to read it to like remind you, and you'll be like, oh wow, and
It
that will
just
like,
pause that positivity in you. Like, it will help
mm.
you stay positive, and you'll be like, oh, okay, if I could be grateful for these things, if all these things have happened and I was grateful for them,
Mm.
why am I bothered about this little thing?
So guys, there you have it. I
It's
don't
possible.
currently, right now, I don't do that. I don't have a gratitude. I journal, but I've not been intentional about the gratitude part of it. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's something that I also want to like start, being very intentional about. So if
Mm-hmm.
it's something that you're also open to, like Esosa said, you can try any one of them. You
Yeah.
can try the gratitude journal, you can try the jar. I really like the jar idea, because it's kind of
Yeah.
feels like it's something that has happened to you, but you're now reading it,
Reading
pouring
it,
it back to
yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah. That works
But
as well.
whatever it is, whatever works for you, whatever you're going to do to just have a mindset of gratitude, we are saying that it is something that we are seeing that will work for
It
us.
works.
So we are saying, if you would as well try it, and if it works for you, we are also all just going through life. We are just experiencing it, and we are just sharing. This
Yeah.
whole vlog, it's just about just sharing my experiences. I don't know what 100% would work for everybody or whatever. These are just my own personal experiences
Mm-hmm.
and things that I
Works
have
for me.
learned, and I'm like just sharing. So yeah, that's it. Oh, this was such a fun conversation. Not even just fun. You were so insightful, and I feel so
Yeah.
refreshed just having this
Yeah.
chat. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
sitting with me,
having
Mama.
me.
It's a wrap on this episode. I really don't want to go.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just continue this chat, but so that you will not be bored.
Yep,
And we
yep.
don't want to give you too much. We don't want to,
Nah.
make
Not
it too
information
long.
overload.
Yeah,
Nah, that
exactly.
is
So
it's too much.
Shokilo Belge. This is not really a Belge, but you get the point. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you watched till the end, if you are here now, you are the real
Thank
MVP.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, if you found this video, if you like this video, if it meant something to you and you want to like share with a friend, that is something that is good, and that's also something that will help me.
It
I
will
help
help
my
our
channel.
career, our YouTube
But no
career.
pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Okay.
Yes, pressure.
Pressure, Tiwa. Anyway, so like, share, and subscribe.
Hit the subscribe button.
Yes, please. I've heard from Esosa. I'm going to put Esosa's Instagram and her this corporate
Yeah,
Instagram
my
as well. Your
normal
personal
my
page
personal
and
page
your
and my business page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for
Thank
watching till the
you.
end.
Thank you.
Stay happy, stay grateful, stay positive, stay joyful, and we wish you all the sweetness
Mwah.
of
All the
life.
mwah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.